everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday, December 8th. Now, we have a couple meetings to tell you about today, and at 9:30 this morning, we have the GRF Maintenance and Construction Committee meeting. And as I mentioned, that will be at 9:30. And then we have this afternoon at 1:30, the GRF Landscape. Now, those are both in the boardroom as well as virtual, and you can follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. Now, on our show today, we have Ann Mundell-Noel, who is here from Amazing Hearing. She's got some great ideas for the holiday season and just to help keep your hearing at its best. And then we talk with the Aquadettes. They evidently have made a debut on a television series, and they wanted to share that information with us. All right, let's take a look at our weather. We are looking at beautiful skies right now, but we are going to be clouding up later on this evening, and then tomorrow morning, we're going to be continuing that cloudiness with a 60% chance of showers. So today's temperatures are 64, 55, tomorrow cooler, 58, 47, and then still cool on Friday. Mostly sunny skies though, 60, 42. Saturday, 62, 44, and then on Sunday, 58, 49. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:43, and our sunset will be at 4:43. And thank you to Lori for sending in a beautiful picture of all of her very cute garden decorations. So thank you for sending that in. Looks like you are being very festive, so I appreciate you sending in a holiday photo. If you'd like to share a photo of holiday decorations, please email that to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. And please make sure that it is a high resolution photo and is in full focus. Otherwise, it won't look very good on our broadcast. We want to make sure it looks real good for you. All right, when we come back, we will have Ann Mundell-Noel, so stick around.
Picking someone to clean your house is a big decision. After all, they'll be inside your house and touching virtually everything you own. Sadly, though, not all cleaning professionals are actually real pros. Like this person you found online who uses the same sponge in the kitchen they use in the bathroom. If you're looking for a local family-owned business with amazing customer service, contact MaidPro for a free estimate. MaidPro, when you're ready for a real pro.
At Pro Smiles OC, you get Orange County's best and most experienced dentist. Dr. Ivan Ho is an award-winning cosmetic and implant dentist that has been treating patients in South OC and Laguna Woods for over 30 years. Safety and cleanliness is our #1 priority, and now your routine dental work is more comfortable than ever. We use digital x-rays to minimize radiation and digital scans for crowns and inlays in-house, allowing patients to leave with final restorations in the same appointment. Let Dr. Ho and his team give you a reason to smile. Call Pro Smiles OC today.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
What's easier than blowing out 65 candles? Choosing an Alignment Medicare health plan that's tailored specifically to you. Need access to 24/7 telehealth and concierge services? You got it. Members also receive an Alignment Health Plan Black Card with a monthly allowance and rewards for engaging with your health. At Alignment Health Plan, we don't think of these things as extras, just things you deserve. Save your wish for something that isn't healthcare related. Call or visit our website today to enroll in an Alignment Health Plan.
It's time to get into the moment. Widex Moment rechargeable hearing aids with artificial intelligence gives you the fastest processing available. Faster processing means sharper, clearer sound quality, especially in background noise. It's time to get into life and into the moment. Call Amazing Hearing, the office of audiologist Ann Mundell-Noel and Dr. Laura Hunt. Call us at 667-9818 to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Ann Mundell-Noel here. with Amazing Hearing. Well, Ann, it's so nice to have you in, and you're very festive today.
Thank you, Lisa. Glad to be back in the studio.
It is nice to have you, and it's nice to prepare for the holidays. And you know, we're now getting together. We're in large groups of people where noise could be an issue. So I think that's a great subject that you're going to be touching on today. Now, another thing that kind of comes about is stress. So talk to me a little bit about, you know, if you're stressed out, how does that actually hurt our hearing?
Well, it infringes on our comprehension and our understanding of words, because what happens when we get stressed is that we have a lack of blood flow, and the ear is one of the most sensitive organs to blood flow. So what happens when we are getting stressed is that the body is just in a tenser mode. So what I want to do today is just talk about some of the nicer or the easier things that we can do to kind of help ourselves get through that, especially people with hearing loss.
Yeah, because I would imagine that it's stressful and frustrating if you are in a situation where maybe you're at a party and you can't hear people for whatever reason. Maybe your hearing aid isn't working right, or you are under the additional stress of that holiday feeling. So, you know, what are some of the things that people can do maybe ahead of time, like before you're going to a party?
Right. So what they can do first is they can physically get their hearing aids ready. So they could make sure that the batteries are fresh, the tubing, there's little filters on the end of the hearing aids, that they're clean. So physically making sure that the devices themselves are well taken care of, but also their own ears, right? Clean out the wax, kind of do the things to physically get the devices ready. But the other thing that goes along with that is more that they would start to intellectually get ready. And what I mean by intellectually is that they would be proactive, maybe calling their daughter or son or granddaughters and finding out information. You know, where are you going to school? What town do they live in? What are the grandkids' names? So that emotionally they are ready, or intellectually, they're ready, they already know the information, so they don't misinterpret it. So they don't say, oh, did you say Alabama? You know, like they know the towns or the cities to be prepared intellectually.
That's like doing your homework, right, before you go someplace. That's a great idea, and then they could always jot it down and have it handy in a little piece of paper or something, and take a look at it, because I know I would probably not remember all of it. So I would jot it all down, put it in my pocket, and then maybe look at it right before you go in.
Right, and the other part about that is just being proactive, so that if you know that information, you know what you want to talk about, you can actually ask the questions. So you can direct the conversation instead of being on the attack, kind of. You're being proactive, you're guiding it, and then you know what topics that are going to be discussed. So again, anything to help reduce that stress level, because you're more in control.
You know, it's interesting that you mention a lot of those factors when it comes to what you know, related to hearing, is that we had spoken with a grief counselor not too long ago, and they really talked a lot about how the holidays do bring on stress, frustration, and then you add grief to that, and it's a whole new ballgame. So even if people are dealing with that as well, it's just one more thing to deal with. But I like the fact that you're saying do your homework, because that's what they're recommending, is that when you're trying to deal with those types of things, you know, do your homework and know ahead of time some of the things that you might be stressed out about.
Right, because we can only control what we can control, right? So by being proactive, even by emotionally taking some rest. So people go, oh, I'm too anxious, I'm too nervous, I have too much going on. Take 5 minutes, even by slowing down for 5 minutes and resting and really putting your feet up. It's amazing how your brain can reset, but more importantly, it helps with the hearing, because again, like we talked about physically, the stress and the hearing go together. So if my concentration isn't as strong, then I might misinterpret. I might not hear clearly, or I heard it, but I'm not comprehending it because I'm too nervous, right? So by just resting the body, it's the 5 minutes the siesta is a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. And then let me ask you one thing, because holidays and drinking, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand, right? So let's say someone is stressed out, so they're going to go, yeah, you know, I'll have a cocktail right when I get there. Does that impair your hearing?
It impairs your comprehension, and that would impair your cognition or your memory, just like anybody without a hearing loss.
Okay.
But I would suspect that people with hearing loss, that would be a greater impact to them.
I see.
The other part is just them taking control even of their physical environment, right? So trying to eliminate some of the barriers that come. If you're going to be in a group where there is a lot of noise, set your expectations to say, I don't expect that I'm going to hear everyone, but go in with an expectation to say, I'm going to hear well one-on-one with you. I'm going to pick a certain person. I'm going to move myself to an area where it's a little bit more quiet or secluded so that I can have a conversation. Because again, it's about relationship. It's about being a part. And so some people go in and say, well, I didn't hear, her across the table. Well, then don't have that expectation. Hear the person next to you on either side and carry on the conversation that way. That will help a lot.
That's, and I think we have so many expectations of ourselves, all the time. But then when you do it during the holidays, it's even worse. So that's a really great thing. Even if you don't have a hearing loss, just I think I'm going to go to a party. I'm like, all right, I know I'm not going to hear that person way over there, but I'm just going to focus. But like you said, you're preparing yourself,
right?
Which I think is really it's really great advice. So thank you for sharing that. What are some of the things that people can do with hearing loss in terms of succeeding with communication? So you kind of touched on some things.
So one of the things, again, is the barriers, right, of the table or the size of the room. So again, trying to seclude yourself or get on that one-on-one. The other thing that you can also do is to, even if you're not going to hear because the background noise is overwhelming, even people with normal hearing have trouble hearing in a party.
Yeah.
But is to take it in, enjoy just being there in the moment, and take it for what it is. But the other part is you can strive for the one-on-one, but if you don't get it, or I guess something that would help if you are not hearing impaired and you're trying to talk to somebody who's hearing impaired, that would be to talk slower. When we're in that background noise and it's so intense, we should slow down and give the person time to lip read the lips as well as being able to comprehend the conversation.
Okay.
So that would be a big barrier. The other one is taking your hands away. People put their hands in front of their mouth. The masks, as we know, were a barrier. Thankfully, we don't have to wear those indoors anymore. So we're okay with that. That helps with that lip reading. But those are little things that make a big difference.
Now, there are some devices that can be used to assist in hearing in crowded areas. What are some of those?
So things that are available are, there is microphones that people can use that can connect to their hearing aids. But one of the new things that is out is we have a program now called Amplify, and it's actually a hearing therapy program.
Oh.
And so that is something that we want to talk about. I don't know if now is the right time to talk about that.
Yes, absolutely.
So the hearing therapy program is 12 weeks long, and it is something where there's 3 components to it. You get the audiology counselor, which is not a part of our office, but is a audiologist nationwide. You get group counseling, and then you get games, and you get to play the games all year long.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, how long do the lessons, is this an online thing or is this an in-person?
So it's an app on your phone. So the nice part is you do it when you are ready to do it. So as you're sitting there for between appointments, or you've got 10 minutes, you can do the classes. So that's 12 weeks long, and they normally would take 10 minutes. Right?
Oh, great.
So there are things about learning about hearing loss, things that we're talking about right here. It's a great program. It's $150. You can sign up through our office, or you can sign up through Amplify, the program there. The price is the same. The difference is if you sign up through Amazing Hearing, we give you a year subscription, and through Amplify, you only get 3 months.
Oh,
so
my.
It's a big savings.
Oh, it sure is.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And I would assume that you could help them if they had some questions here and there
For
about
sure.
it. Right? Okay.
All they need to do is call the office, and we'd be happy to talk to them more about it.
All right, excellent. And then real quick, I want to talk about your charity. You guys are heading out in January for a very long trip out there. And why are you going, and what are some things that you'd use to help?
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. We are going to bring medical help to the people of Uganda, and we hope to see, last time we saw 2,600 people in 4 days.
Wow.
With $5,000 worth of medicine. So
Wow.
this year we have a larger team going. We're going to have 3 medical missions going, but we're also going to bring water and to just bring hope to people.
Yeah.
I mean, they really need it, and when they see people coming just wanting to help them, they are so appreciative. So what you can do to help is we collect plastic bottles and aluminum cans in our office, anything with the California CRV. So it has to have that CRV.
Okay.
Not just recycling, but the California CRV. You can drop it off at the office anytime, and we use that money towards the water wells in Uganda.
That is great. And, you know, I imagine you must have an awful lot of water bottles that just keep collecting. So do you take them in every week, or how does that work?
So the plastic bottles and aluminum cans are at Serrano Intermediate, which is a school in Lake Forest, and we store them there. CR&R Recycling, I'll give them a plug.
Oh, yeah.
They have graciously donated a trailer, and we fill that trailer up. And when we fill it up 4 times, we can put in a well. So I
that's
weekly
great.
go to Serrano to collect the bottles and cans, and it's been a great program.
That is great. Well, you are so kind to do that, and thank you so much for visiting us during this time. And we will let everybody know how to get in touch with you. We have a slide, and we'll let them know so they can contact you. And you are located in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center, correct?
Correct.
And you guys are open throughout the rest of the month?
We are. We are actually open Saturdays and evenings by appointment as well.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so remember that if you are going to be at holiday parties, make sure that you give your hearing a check and also that stress level. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Margaret Marflit and Judy Rizzo of the Aquadettes of Laguna Woods. Well, ladies, thank you for joining me today.
It's nice to be here.
It's been a while since we've had you on, and I know you guys have performed here for a very long time, but you have something very exciting to let us know about. You've made a TV debut, if you will. Who would like to tell us about that?
Yeah, I think we were contacted by CVS to take part in a program, a sitcom called Be Positive, and we were kind of concerned. We didn't know what it meant. Anyway, we went for 2 separate days. We went up to Warner Brothers in Burbank, and we had a great experience. It was just fascinating to watch how they worked. We watched them doing the routines and all that. And then we took part in the water in a pool that he had set up a big surround. They had closed it in, and it had the green coloring on the background.
Yeah, like we do. I mean, we have a green screen too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. What exactly is it they wanted you to do in this piece?
That's the point. We didn't really know. We went there one day, it was in September, and we practiced what they hoped we would do. We practiced it with a choreographer, not in the water. And we watched all the dancers practice, which was a lot of fun. And we watched Annalie Ashford, who is so talented, sing and dance between all of us. And then we took it to the water on day 2. And so we still weren't sure what they wanted us to do. I think we over practiced, didn't we, Margaret? Because we weren't sure if they wanted us to do a number or a stunt or what. So we got kind of narrowed down, as you'll see in the introduction. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun doing it, meeting everybody and seeing how it works.
Now, I did some extra work some time ago. It's been a really long time. And, they always had you sort of off to the side. They really didn't have you mingling with the actors, but you did get to meet a few people, right?
Yes, yes, we did. Yes, she's very, very gracious. She had us, she was running backwards at the edge of the pool, and we had to fall in one after the other, which was fun. And then she bumped the last one and pushed them in. Unfortunately, that didn't go in the program.
On the cutting room floor, as they say.
But you might have a video of it. We may have sent that on. I hope so. It was cute. We taught her how to scull. She didn't understand how we could float so long. So we did teach her to scull a little, but she didn't really do that. But being in the water, we were in the water, Margaret, wasn't it, for 2.5 hours? And it was tiring. We were floating and kicking, and finally we decided we could hang on to the side of the pool and rest if we wanted.
Yeah. How many takes did it take?
Oh,
Do you remember?
No. Quite a few.
A lot.
I bet. Well, just to get that, that perfect shot sometimes can take a while, and you have to keep doing it over and over and over again. So I get it. Well, I'm really happy that you guys participated. Now, Be Positive, you said, is a series, and it is on CBS, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're in the opening credits.
Yes.
And it doesn't happen immediately. They have a little bit of a run of the beginning of the story, and then it starts with Annalise singing. And so you have to blink twice to see us. But we're in kind of the beginning, floating around, and then toward the end. It was we expected that we wouldn't have a big part, but
Who are some of the other actors in it?
Linda Lavin. Trying to remember the others.
Ben Vereen.
Oh, Ben Vereen. Okay. Jane Seymour, I think you said.
Yeah, she plays somebody who's, I think, in her mid to late 80s, and she's trying to be 20. She's very glamorous.
Oh,
and puts the moves on all the old men. And
oh my.
It's a good storyline.
That's funny. That sounds like our Tales of the Woods. Our little soap opera that we have. Now you guys have, you've been doing the show, the Aquadet show, for a while, and I know you've had different themes and changes, and you guys done a lot of work. When do you anticipate your next show?
We're hoping for September this next year.
Okay.
We're already working on routines, and so we're hoping that, all being well, as far as this variant concerned, we hope we'll be able to get it done. Yes.
Yeah. Now do you guys have all of the same folks with the Aquadettes, or have you brought on some new ones?
We have some new members, and we've lost some, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So it varies. We've had quite a turnover one way and another. Okay. So we're hopeful that the ones that are coming in to learn are really keen and very good at it. If they can just get the idea of the different ways we do it. It's not quite just like straight swimming.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, are you looking for people now or not right now?
Always. We're always recruiting. Okay. It's not too late to join. We can teach you how to be in our show. We're making the show a little different this year. We've got a theme going, and we're trying to do some cost cutting, in other words, because, as everyone knows, everything's more expensive. And so we're going to try a new announcer, and we're trying some measures that won't cost so much, because this is not a moneymaker for us. So we're going to be trying some fundraising, and we hope that helps us have the show be as nice as it has been in the past.
Oh, well, I love that. Well, I'm happy that you guys got to experience Hollywood and, all the behind the scenes that go on there. And we will look for the opener on the show, Be Positive. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining me today. And we'll be right back after this. Well, it's Preview Wednesday. I wanted to give you an idea what movies we have coming up this weekend. Friday, we have a great movie where you can find the one thing that matters the most, and that is that City Slickers, super fun movie. That'll be on Friday, and you can see that at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, brought to you by Memorial Care. And then on Saturday, we have another very old one, but good one, is The Goodbye Girl. And you can see that at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles. So just a brief preview. All right, tomorrow is the grief event that is happening over at Florence Sylvester Senior Center. So if you have lost a loved one or you are struggling with grief for any reason, this might be a great thing for you to attend. It's tomorrow from 12:30 to 1:30. And you can call Amy over at the Florence Sylvester Senior Center at 949-380-0155, extension 21. And she can give you all of the details about what is happening with that. Now, this weekend, It's a Wonderful Life is happening right here in the Village, starring many of the people that I think you have seen on our stage here. And that is brought to you by the Old Pros, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can get tickets at the Performing Arts Center, or you can always go to ocoldpros.org. And then the Theater Guild is also doing a performance, and that is lots of songs. We had them on not too long ago, and they sang a wonderful song for us. And that's December 16th in Clubhouse 5. Tickets are on sale, and the show's at 5 p.m. And if you want more information about that, you can contact the Theater Guild at theaterguildlw@outlook.com. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. As I mentioned, we are going to start clouding up later tonight with a chance of showers tomorrow, about 60% chance for the AM hours. And temperatures are looking pretty pleasant, nothing too cold, nothing very warm at all. 64-55 today, tomorrow 58-47, 60-42 on Friday, Saturday 62-44, and then Sunday 58-49. Have a great day in the Village. We'll be back again tomorrow right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. Otherwise, you can rewatch the program at 12:30 and 5. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
At the Memorial Care Breast Centers, our sole focus is to save lives through annual mammograms. We've implemented the following safety measures to keep you safe during your appointment. All patients are screened upon entry and will be asked to wear a mask. Waiting areas and dressing rooms have been rearranged and are being disinfected more frequently. Appointment times are staggered for social distancing. All staff are screened upon entry and wear appropriate PPE. Our standalone breast centers are located throughout our communities, and with easily accessible locations from Long Beach to Rancho Mission Viejo, we're here for you, close to home.
Are you undergoing infusion therapy? You now have a choice. Infusion for Health is a specialty infusion center that expertly cares for patients with chronic conditions. Our brand new facility in Laguna Hills takes patient care to the next level. Relax in your private suite with refreshments and on-demand entertainment. We offer 7 convenient locations. We accept Medicare, PPO, and HMO. Call today to get started.